Yes, we're live. So I am back for good. There's a special message for all of you, but while I wait for everybody to get in the room, hopefully everybody is getting the notifications right now. Before I get into the show and into the message, I'll do my little intro song, which is called Lotus Squad. And yes, your girl made this specifically for all of you guys that show love and support and are a part of the Lotus Squad. So check it out. Hey, this is my song called Lotus Squad. Gods and goddesses. Thank you. Glad to be back. Be sure to leave a like, you guys. Like if you're happy to see me. Lotus Squad. Lotus Squad. Lotus Squad. Lotus Squad. Hey. 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 We getting started today. You like that? Hold on, it ain't hit yet. Hold on. Hey. Leave a like for the motherfucking Lotus Squad. This song's for y'all, or rather us. Thank you. This song's for us, yeah. Y'all spark up with me before we get the message. Usually I wait, but we smoking today. It's sin day. Instead of Sunday, it's sin day, girl. Y'all ready to sin and win, girl? Shit. Today's message, though. Hold on, let me make sure I can see the chat. Nice. All right, y'all. Now I'm gonna let everybody get like a couple more seconds or so to get up in here, and then we'll start. Y'all, everybody drop a heart emoji right now. The Lotus Squad. Heart emojis. Let's go. Let's go. Heart that shit up. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Y'all ready? Should I bust out the cards today? Hold on, y'all. I think the kitties went out. I'm back. All right, let's go. Ready? Let's go. I'm gonna light a cigarette for this one. Okay, hold on. That's too much. Okay, here we go. So, for those of y'all that chilled with me through the entire track, y'all are dope. Y'all are the real ones. Okay. And once again, I want to thank you guys so much for being patient with me during this point of my journey with this channel. But I do love y'all so much. I really do appreciate your support. And there was a message that came through very loudly, loud and clear today. And I'm wondering, I don't know, we'll have a little vote and see if you guys want me to pull out the cards. I haven't done a reading in a while, even for myself. It's been just a complete period where it's just me to myself, you know, and I feel like we're all currently going through that in some way. You know, we may have our friends and, you know, we may be going out now. We may be finally breaking out of our little cocoon. But the way that I was able to get through this period without completely freaking out and breaking down, especially with Mercury retrograde in full effect. I mean, keep in mind, guys, we had 7 planets total simultaneously in retrograde, which is extremely rare. So there is a lot going on. And you know, also mentioning the fact that, you know, Taurus is in Uranus for the next 7 years. And I find myself always going back to that, but the energy rings very true for it because things are really shifting in a major way. And you guys keep in mind, Jupiter retrograde is about to end. I believe it's at the beginning of the month. Same with Mercury retrograde as well. And so that's a good sign. Now we can start seeing all of our hard work and all of our efforts being recognized. We start to see anything that we've been kind of being secretive about or being quiet about, you know, when usually you would love to share your ideas, your projects, things like that, you've been taking your time. And so now we're starting to see things turn around for the better. And it's all about how one perceives their journey as they go along it. It's not always easy and it's not always fair, but I've found that forgiveness, and let's take away the part where we forgive others for a second, right? Let's go ahead and put that on the back burner. The real key throughout this journey, the real key to being able to hold on to your sanity and to be able to overcome any of these energies you've been dealing with and everything inside of you that you're working through, especially if you're doing shadow work, this is the time. I really feel like when it comes to your perception, you know, you can choose to look at your losses and only focus on that, and everything is doom and gloom. Everything is all, you know, it circulates around this poverty consciousness, this feeling of lack, which in turn takes away from your own blessings. It keeps you from your own gifts and abilities. It dims your own light in doing that. But once you get to a point where you realize that, yes, we're human, we make mistakes, we are flawed, that is our nature. We're not always beautiful and we're not always appealing, but at the same time, we are who we are. And as long as we have the right intentions throughout life and the correct perceptions, then we can be able to take that next step into the unknown and finally make a breakthrough. You know, when you feel like you're breaking down, that's when you really reach the most profound breakthrough. So forgiveness is the key to setting yourself free. And that's what the angels have told me. So that's my little rhyme for the day. But seriously, you know, it's all about how we choose to respond to life. Life comes at you fast. And once you really accept the fact that you are human and it's okay to be a little bit crazy or whatever, whatever normal is. But loving yourself starts with forgiveness for sure. It'd probably be a lot simpler to forgive someone that you've known for 10 plus years. You've built a history with them and, all that love that you've poured into these relationships. Maybe for a time it was hard for you to forgive. But the crazy thing that I realized about forgiveness is that although it may be easier, no matter how tough it is to forgive someone in their own transgressions, we are our greatest enemy. Therefore, as we are being our harshest critic, we become our own enemy. And that has a lot to do with regret, holding on to things that have come to pass, holding on to people that you've outgrown. All of these things have hindered us. But when you finally accept the fact that you must forgive yourself above all else, especially if you want to be forgiven in this life, that's when things really start to get put into perspective in a major way. So that's my message for you guys. For some reason, the chat, I don't know if it's kind of taking away some messages here, but sorry if I'm missing some of you guys, but the message is very clear. I noticed that a lot of people are working in overtime, trying to bring you down. But once you forgive yourself, that's another thing. That's another key. You set yourself free from being able to allow other people to get your goat. And that may be upsetting to a lot of people around you. They can't affect you the way that they used to. But we found the key. I came out, looked around, and went back into hermit mode. Yes, retrogrades have brought my towers down. It's painful, yet change and reprogramming it's very necessary for inner growth. Exactly. It's important for our evolution, our transcendence, You've been motivational for us. I appreciate your strength. Well, thank you very much. I'm glad that I could be a positive influence. I know I've been gone, but like I said in the title, your girl is back, okay? And I'm here to stay. I'm done hiding. And I've acknowledged my shadow self. I've given her the love and continue to give her the love that she has deserved all this time, that I've been seeking outward, rather than seeking inward for so long. But that's another key. Self-love, guys. Forgiveness, self-love, taking care of yourself, all of that. Like today, I woke up, girl, I finally decided to do my nails. You guys can't really see how they look, but in the sun, they change blue. So, I took some time, your girl it was like a spa day, and I didn't let any thoughts of what I have to get done or any thoughts of, oh, I missed this deadline and oh, I'm fucking up or oh, I'm doing this or whatever. I took myself away from that and decided, you know what? I'm going to take a spiritual bath. Your girl is going to woosah. She's going to clean. She's going to get herself organized, get her mind right. So when she gets back in the game, she can go full throttle. We can hit the ground running and really take over like we were supposed to. Okay? We're still in full effect. Okay? And I know, thank you very much, Miss Chocolate. Nice to see you. But thank you very much, Nero. Thank you, Seashell. Thank you, everybody. But hey, girl, I know, right? I'm saying it's all in how you perceive things. And we just have to forgive ourselves. We think that we need other people's forgiveness. And that's maybe why we try to rekindle certain relationships that really don't need to be rekindled. They need to be, they need to stay gone for life, like eternally, like multiple lifetimes, right? But sometimes we run to that as a means of distraction, or, to be able to try and like seek something that's, again, outward. It's outside of us rather than looking within. That's where all the answers are hiding. But it starts with forgiving yourself, accepting yourself, loving yourself, treat yourself. Girl, if you want to get those shoes, get those shoes. Men, if you want to get that suit or whatever it is that you've been saving up for, maybe it's something for your project, and whatever it is that you want to do, within reason, go out there and get it. People think that you need a lot of money to get this done and, to be a success. But again, it's all in how you perceive the journey. Life is not linear, so you got to go along for the ride. And it may not look, the way that you want it to. It may not go the way that you want it to all the time. But, it works itself out in the end. But we have to work on the inner first before we look outward. And I think some of us have been forgetting that. But now we can really look at ourselves, especially during this retrograde, as hellish as it may seem, there's definitely some benefit to this period. You can bust out all the cobwebs, dust, and really get everything cleared away to make room for new things in your life, in more ways than one. So this could be in the form of getting rid of friendships that, it's exhausted, there's no rekindling, you know what I mean? You can't unburn a bridge, right? So there's that. And then you may be throwing away items, things that hold sentimental value. You may be throwing away the way that you view yourself. Maybe you didn't really feel attractive, but now you're starting to put that work in. You're exercising, you're taking your vitamins, you're meditating, or whatever it is that you do to get your mind right and keep your mind, body, and spirit. I forget the body. So mind, body, and spirit, and get that aligned and balanced, and love for yourself, man. You're unstoppable. You're unfuckwithable, boys and girls. Do you hear what I'm saying? And so that's where the true empowerment comes in. But so before I continue babbling on, how many of you guys think I should bust out the cards? I'm thinking about it. I don't know what's the holdup. Usually I'm just like, yeah, let's break out the cards. Let's do it, Share, like, share, subscribe, Okay, Nero says, please do. We're going to take a tally vote. We're going to see who's really here, okay, for the Lotus Squad. And you know what? I know y'all had to sit through that song, but that was for y'all. And I hope that y'all picked up on the vibe, because the vibe was lit and it stays lit. So keep your light shining. Don't let anybody dim your light. Don't let anybody piss you off. Don't let anybody distract you, because that is their end goal. They want you to feel miserable like them. They want you to be off your game, and they'll talk shit to your face about what you're doing. But really deep down inside, it's affecting their insecurity, because they're seeing you guys go out there and do so many things that they only dream of doing. But see, choose and chose. Right? It always goes back to choose and chose. And so some people don't want to accept that they have a lot more power and a lot more responsibility behind their circumstances, within reason, by the way, than they would like to admit. But it is what it is, Be real with yourself, you can't, but if somebody can't be real with themselves, they'll never be real with you. If they don't love themselves, they'll never love you. So if they don't forgive themselves, if they never forgive anybody else, they're vengeful, they're bitter, they're hardened, cold, all of these things, you just can't change it. Just like you can't turn a hoe into a housewife, right? You can't do that. It's the same thing. You can't turn a miserable person that chooses to be miserable, chooses to perceive life as lack, choosing to see, I'm unlucky, or everybody else no, everybody works their ass off. period, point blank. And most of the time, the success that we see that's not in the mainstream, might I add, most of the time these people are consistent. You know, they're themselves, they're original, and they're good at what they do, period. But with that being said, let me break out the cards before I go on and on, girl, because you know I will. Hold on. Matter of fact, nah, Poppy's over there sleeping in the back, girl. Isn't that cute? Look at my son. Oh, wait. You can't even see him. Look at my son, y'all. So who in the chat room has been dealing with earth signs? Because it's obvious who's been dealing with family issues. Who's been dealing with getting money, though? I'm going to go back old school. So when I started this channel, I didn't have the Starman Tarot. I wasn't fancy back then, right? So your girl started off with a deck that she was given many years ago, and hence the beginning of the saga of Mistress Lotus Tarot begins, boy. And I was just like, fuck it. You know, I didn't even have my table set up and shit. I was like doing it on my phone, and, you know, but see, just like that, you can go out and get it. But point is the Egyptian Tarot, okay? And guys, if you want, I know I didn't put it in the title, but if you guys would like a one question reading, I couldn't talk for a second. If anybody wanted one, you're more than welcome to get one if that's what y'all were thinking. I'm feeling like somebody's thinking about that. So, but yeah, the earth signs, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, that energy is very prevalent. Family energy, friendships. The focal point is all about our foundations. So that concerns our home, our relationships, ourselves, our money, our resources. All of these different things are in effect. But what I see is things are changing in a beautiful way, and we're starting to gain. Thank you very much, Norley. I absolutely love this deck. I like how they kind of kept the images somewhat classic, right? But they just put an Egyptian spin on it. I think it's badass. It's different, but simple. Sure, Ashley, you're more than welcome to ask a question. See, Cora, I felt you, girl. I just had a feeling, so I was like, is she going to do one question rating? But you're more than welcome to. You guys can do PayPal. If that's easiest for you, if you can't get super chat to work. But I was looking for the video talking about 555. Oh, look, I've been talking about making those damn videos forever. All right. So back to what I was saying about our foundations. Almost got sidetracked. Things are starting to come full circle. And I'm going to go ahead and cut the deck here. The deck says I'm ready. Cut me. Cut me. I'm ready right now. Just do it. I'm just like, all right, I'll cut you, but oh, what did I say, y'all? What did I say? What did I just get through saying? Things are starting to improve in a beautiful way, baby. First card, baby. That's not even in the spread. Okay, the Empress, honey. Let me go ahead and put it. I know it's a little dim, you know, I'm chilling in the room, you know. Lighting's not as good in here, but that's okay. Because money, baby, we are getting creative. We're getting our feet wet. We are getting acquainted with our talents, our hidden abilities. We're starting to really put ourselves out there. And now we're starting to see things manifest in this realm, right? So we may be in the 5D, right? Our frequency may be in the 5D realm, but we're able to manifest in the 3D realm to benefit ourselves. So any blockages that we may feel we've been dealing with for many years, decades for some of you, now we're really starting to see the beginning of life starting to turn in our favor. We've walked away from so many different emotional relationships, partnerships, friendships, all of the above. where, by our actions, the other person's, the other person's actions, or most of the time it's both people's actions, right? Because of the way we may have reacted, or things we may have done in haste, or things we may have done to be, out of revenge, or things that were done to us out of revenge, or things that were done to us out of spite, by family, especially a motherly figure or grandmother, or great grandmother, even if you guys are looking into generational things, ancestral influences concerning your energy, creating blockages, generational curses, things like that. We've had to make a decision for ourselves to do things the right way, right? This is all about beauty. So people are starting to recognize that we're taking care of ourselves. We're putting more into the way we dress, the way we think, the people that we hang around. We're done dealing with people that make us feel hopeless and make us feel powerless and make us feel small. We're done with people that make us feel either inadequate or make us feel ignored, make us feel, like it's just all about them all the time, and never can we ever shine. We never dim their shine, but everybody seems to want to dim ours. We've walked away from that energy. We're making positive changes emotionally within ourselves to where we're not always wallowing in sadness and disappointment. We're not wallowing in this anymore. So now we're starting to see so many things be unblocked in many different ways. Okay. See, you may feel like money's not looking so good now, but that's not to say that you won't make money somehow down the road. See, one thing I've learned with this place of mine, I may talk down on it and I may be unhappy and want to move to a better, bigger place and all these different things that are superficial. I will say this: I'm safe. I'm not under a bridge. Y'all have a home. We have internet. We have each other. We have food. We have things that not everybody has. We have blessings here. And so hanging around people that love to just have company for the sake of misery, loving company. Now we're putting ourselves first. We're starting to see people that are very vampiric. And I feel some of you may be dealing with a water sign here as well, where they have the most impact on you. It could be someone here that may have offered love, or someone that you may have had kids with, things like that. This King of Chalices reverse is never a good sign, because this person is very good at masking themselves to be the upright King of Chalices, right? The one that you want, right? But this person is really like this. They can't feel anything. They have no empathy for other people. They have no empathy for other living beings. They have no respect. They have no remorse. They have no emotional, nor do they have any spiritual intelligence. Right. But they'll have you and everybody else who will listen and who will believe them anyway. They will have you believe that they are on top of the world. They're happy. They're doing what they want to do. But all the while they're doing little things just to try and do little digs at you, make you feel small, make you feel undermined, patronizing things, condescending energy. This person takes advantage of other people's weaknesses or other people's, vulnerabilities. So they like to hunt and be on the prowl, and they love to take the easy picking, so to speak. Or they love to mess with people, that they know that they're lonely, and they'll manipulate you and have you believe that they just want to be here for you. They want to help you. They love you. But really, they only do things for something in return. There's always a catch with this kind of person, right? And see, that Eight of Chalices reverse rings very true, because there's nothing that we can do with someone that has that kind of energy, somebody that has that kind of intention, somebody that lacks the heart necessary to be able to navigate through this world and to be able to navigate in a healthy way through their relationships. See, they don't have these abilities. And we may be dealing with some people here that may even hate us because of those qualities. They feel like, oh, I've had it worse than everybody else. They've always had it worse than everybody else. It's always, they always want to share their miserly happenings. But, at the end of the day, Most of the time, people like this, the King of Chalices reverse, this type of person just does it to themselves most of the time. And if you stick around long enough, and maybe you shouldn't stick around at all, but if you happen to, you pay attention and don't take it personally, you'll start to see the many holes in this person's character, the many holes in their stories. And it'll open your eyes wide, baby. When I tell you it'll blow your, girl, you better hold your wig. You better make sure that you got the gotta be glue. Man, you better hold on to your hats. Okay, hold on to your britches, because, yeah, no, it'll blow your shit back when you realize that real eyes, real lies, real lies. Right? Everybody thumbs up for that. Real eyes, real lies, real lies. And that's just real shit. And everybody doesn't like that. Everybody doesn't want to be shown the door, but they've been shown the door, and they will be shown several more that will be shutting in their faces, because this is what they bring. See, everything that we've dealt with, we've now paid our karmic debt here. Things that have just been happening outside of our control. Disasters, many different circumstances that it just seems like we can never pull ourselves out of the hole. Now we're ending this, and it's because we've been taking on other people's feelings, insecurities, other people's projections that they may have made upon us to make themselves feel bigger and make us feel small. We have absorbed these things. We have started to believe these things subconsciously, and that's dangerous. That's what they want. Now it's ending suddenly. The eyes again have been opened. Eyes wide shut, baby. Okay? And anybody that loves that movie or hasn't seen that movie, just check it out. Tell me what you think in the comments. But I will say this. This is not us anymore. We've hit rock bottom many times. But we've always come out on top. No matter how many people try to put us down, no matter how many things may have blocked our paths, we find a way out of this, especially when it's concerning people that think that we're believing their lies. They think that they are masked. They think that we don't see, but we see it all now. And we've had to put a stop to it. And this is with several people. See, they're very vampiric, right? We have judgment crowning us. This is what we've decided to do with our lives. We are making better judgments for ourselves. We're judging others fairly, rather than judging somebody's skin tone, rather than judging somebody and their money, their social status. Now we're starting to judge people's character, because that is where, the real essence lies. That's where the truth lies. In somebody's character, not what they have, not who they know. Now, all those things may be flashy and nice. Trust me, in a perfect world, wouldn't we all love to have that? But not everybody has that, but people love to flaunt that as though they're better than everybody. But now, you realize you don't have heart. You've been draining me. What we thought that we wanted, who we thought we wanted, we realized God stepped in the way right on time, as always. We just didn't want to accept the fact that the people that we chose to love, the people that we chose to give our time to, that we can't get back, now we are starting to look on with more clarity, realizing that, life is too short for all of this. I deserve better. And my worth is not defined by how many likes I get. My worth is not defined by popularity contests, or, whether other people like me or not. My worth is measured and defined by my perception of myself. Am I taking care of myself? Do I feel good? Am I neglecting myself by saying yes to the people that don't matter just to feel something, but end up feeling nothing, feeling hurt, feeling held back, blocked? But once you get to yourself, it's all scary, because it's nothing but you and your thoughts. But you have to go through that, because seeking solace in solitude helps you avoid all of that. Making better judgments for yourself, for your mind, body, and spirit helps you with all of that. You may be feeling like you're going to lose it all. You're going to lose your home, your car, pay the bills. How am I going to get out of this? It's not necessarily the how, but the action that matters the most. It's not always the how. It's about what you're doing. What are you putting into? And I see that we're putting in that work. See? We're putting in a lot of work here. And a lot of people don't want us to complete the cycle where we're always going to them for approval. We're always, making them feel better about themselves, being around just to stroke their ego, being around just to have somebody to play with like some little play toy. Now we're not concerned with that. We've changed our minds. We're focused on our business. We're focused on learning new skills, going to school, finding new jobs, finding new ways to get into a different career field. Maybe the field that you studied for in college maybe wasn't for you like you thought it would be. And so now you're changing course. You're focused on taking care of your home. You're taking care of cleaning the house. You're getting your bills paid, slowly but surely if you're catching up. And if you're right on time, things are starting to flourish. But the energy levels, be wary of people that drink a lot, people that are alcoholics, because they just only chase these codependent sort of relationships. They just chase codependent energy, period. They are codependent. They need to be needed. They set up scenarios where they make you feel like you have to go to them to be able to get what you need or to get what you want, or they may say that they'll do this or do that, but they never follow through. They never followed through. And so, we also realize that as well. So actions speak louder than words. And we also realize with this Knight of Chalices reversed as well, these vampiric type of relationships and entanglements, environments even. Now we're ending this once and for all. Let's see the rest of this. Okay. I like the advice. And you know what? This is an interesting reading. Some of you guys may be Tauruses or have it in your chart or be dealing with one where you're dealing with this, but most of us are just dealing with family situations. Hell, it could be all of the above, commitments even, where things may have started off great or, we held on for as long as we could, but at this point, it's just not sustainable because now we have to rebel. Now we have to find our way out of these different traps that people love to try and set for us because they themselves choose to be less than. But then they have the nerve to get mad at us for being more than that and choosing to be more than that and having other people see that we are more than that. Five of Chalices, this is all about our fears and what we're focusing on. We can't focus on this and what we've lost. See, usually when we see the Five of Chalices, remember how we got through talking about regret earlier? You remember that? And I was talking about forgiving yourself. That's what needs to happen for the lot of us. We may not even realize that it takes forgiving ourselves to really make our lives better, heal ourselves from the inside out. All the tears that we've shed for people that love to manipulate our feelings, that love to make us feel small, like I said before, especially family. That's a big one. People in the workplace, even people undermining your work, people taking your ideas, people trying to take your money, take your shine, all of these things, right? And it made you doubt yourself. Now, with this Hierophant reversed, the answers are within you. They always have been within you. And you don't need to always go with tradition, or you don't need to always go with what's conventional or what society expects you to do and be. You can choose to go your own way. And this card says this is what needs to happen in order for you to truly break free. Especially with living situations or people that are landlords or people that are, handling rent or handling money, something like that. I feel like somebody's not being forthcoming. Somebody is not honest. And so be wary of that, especially concerning living situations. But when it comes to work, you guys may decide, you know what, I'm going to go somewhere different where I'm appreciated for my skills, or where I can make something of my own, or maybe I can move up or whatever. There's more opportunity for yourself. And the advice is to keep to yourself. You will see the fruits of your labor as long as you continue to make that effort every single day, even the monotonous tasks, even the dishes, even the sweeping, even the whatever. Take a shower. When we're depressed, we stop taking care of ourselves. We stop bathing. We stop, going out, and we just lay in bed all day and watch Netflix all day and cry and watch things and listen to things that bring us back in that low vibration. But once we realize that solitude is exactly what we need to be able to put in that effort and really see abundance come into our lives, really see wealth, we have to do it by ourselves. It doesn't mean we always have to do it by ourselves. But at this point in time, what we've been doing, what we've been feeling, especially spiritually, people may look down on us because we're not Christian, or we're not, any Orthodox, whatever. I find that most of those people that are in organized religion are very judgmental, and not in a good way. I find that it's better to keep an open mind, but very contradictory behavior, but we can't get sucked into that. And that's what they'll try and use as a weapon. They'll use misunderstanding you as a weapon. They'll use their jealousy as a weapon. They'll use any and everything, even your good naturedness. They will use that against you. The fact that you want to tell the truth, they will use that against you. Anything that you say can and will be used against you with people like this. If you're hanging around people, or used to hang around people that you used to use with, for those that are recovering, this is especially another thing where we have to stay away from this, because that only drags us more into that whirlwind again. And we never take that next step to really propel ourselves forward the way that we know we can, the way that we've always dreamed to, the way that we have been doing so far, until people try to throw a wrench into our plans. Even God may have stepped in and said, hey, you need to rest. It could have even been that. It doesn't even have to be other people conspiring against you. God could have just said, you know what, you've been working a lot, but you're not seeing what, you're not really seeing what you have. You're not really seeing the fact that you need to be grateful for what you have, and stop focusing on what you don't have all the time. Keep doing this. Wealth will flow to you. Money flows freely, infinitely to me. Look in the mirror and say that every day if you need to, as a mantra. Okay? But keep to yourself and keep doing what you're doing. Even the boring stuff, even that helps manifest a lot quicker, more than we really give credit for. There are 3 people outside of us. Okay, so this is 3 people where, and this could be a lot more than 3 people. It could be somebody that triangulated us, somebody that didn't tell us about a third party and then dropped us right when they chased us forever, and then right when we finally were like, okay, I'll give you a chance, and then they just pulled it away real quick, pulled the rug from underneath you, and then they're back with somebody else, or they're with somebody else. I don't feel anything. Wishy-washy. But on the flip side of this, now that we've come out of that and we've completed that cycle, and now that we are taking care of ourselves, now that we are putting in this work, now that we are changing our mind, we don't have to get forgiveness from other people. We don't have to rekindle any relationships. We don't have to continue to recreate our traumas, because we forgive ourselves. Now we're starting to meet like-minded individuals. Now we're starting to come across more friendships that are fruitful, people that have a full cup to offer, just as we do. Which, that's a healthy relationship, which breeds reciprocity. It allows everybody to have their needs met and to have a good time, celebrate. Now this is all about success. Now you're starting to see things really jump off in a big way, probably out of nowhere. You think things are all doom and gloom, but then bam, you start taking care of yourself. You're focused on you. You know, you're doing what you love to do, regardless of what people say you should be doing. This is who you come across. You find your tribe. You get creative. Success. This is attainable. And this is coming to us. You don't have to conform. You don't have to do, think, say, and be anything that anybody else feels that you should. No matter if they're family, no matter if they're your friend, if they can't accept you as you are, then they just shouldn't accept you at all, because they obviously don't accept you at all because they're not accepting you at all. Right? So I mean, that says it all. It's time to make some major decisions, especially if you've been delayed in these decisions. If Mercury retrograde's been kind of holding you back, and you went back, and you're like, damn, I shouldn't have went back, or damn, I don't know why I keep messing with these damn people. I know there's nothing here. I'm going to an empty well looking for water to drink. Keep doing this. So who wanted those one question readings? Because that is the collective. Hello. I find that the division, I almost tripped over that. I find that the division of theism versus atheism is obsolete, that God belongs to a stage of human development now and past. Okay. I'm picking up what you're putting down. So Ashley, so you said that you wanted to see if Chris was using you for sex. Did you already go through PayPal? If you can't do it through PayPal, you're more than welcome to super chat it. Personally, I find that it's easier to do it through PayPal, though. If you need the link, back out of the chat if you're on the phone. Back out of the chat, go into the description box underneath this video, and the link should be in there. It's paypal.me/Mistress Lotus, capital M, capital L. I could link that. Hi, James. Welcome to the stream. Okay, you guys want to see something cool? Look at it. Here's my Zippo. I know I shouldn't be smoking, but bear with me. Okay, y'all watching? 1, 2, 3. I think I already showed you guys that trick. Look, I'm recycling tricks and shit. Damn, all washed up, looking ass. But yeah, you guys, oh, by the way, side note. So I will be doing a giveaway very soon. I'll be giving away some bracelets like this. I'm going to be getting some more merch, some pieces for myself. That way you guys can see it on me and see what I'll be giving away to you guys who, of course, are subscribed. Be sure to like, leave a comment, even if you just comment Lotus Squad or comment giveaway. I don't give a damn. Just make sure you comment so I can put your name down for the giveaway and do your readings. I will be looking for the people that have put likes, people that have been commenting, even the people that shared. Also, as a side note to the side note, you guys can also add the option of becoming a member. Okay, there's a join button at the bottom of all my videos. It's a great way to show support to my channel. And you get a lot of custom badges and just awesome content and perks. So if you would like to support your channel in that way, you can also get a free automatic entry to all giveaways as long as you are a member as well. But keep in mind, put your likes, comments, and shares because I need to put your name down too. So I'll announce that in more depth when I post the readings. But for those of you that wanted one question reading, then go ahead and let me know now. Speak now or forever hold your peace, girls and guys. Okay. I've thought about doing Patreon, but honestly, I couldn't really find anything in this niche to offer per se. I wanted to do something more risque for Patreon, like pictures. Also, if somebody wanted to look in, I was thinking about gaming videos, vlogs, but I already post those. You know what I mean? So I don't really know what to post as a perk for Patreon. But anyway. Hey, Fire Goddess. It's good to see you too, girl. I tried to call you the other day. I'm not sure if that's your number. It was another name on the voicemail, but I was trying to call to check on you, but glad you're here. Oh, you're welcome, y'all. Hi, King A. Welcome to the Lotus Squad and welcome to the live stream. Oh, that's what I was going to say. If you guys would like to check out that intro song, the song that I made for the Lotus Squad, Gods and Goddesses, I will go ahead and link my SoundCloud now. You guys can check out any of the songs that I post at any time. And I find it's a good way to show your support, follow me, like my beats, you know. And I'm actually thinking about turning these into some real songs. Wow. This is a good turnout. A lot of people have been liking my tracks. My tracks are really weird, but I want them to be weird. I want them to be different, kind of like Nerd. You know, Pharrell Williams and Nerd. They had so many different genres that they were influenced by, as do I. So you know, check it out. Let me link it before I forget. Okay, here we go. So yeah, you guys click this link, back out, follow, and bring your ass right back. Bam. So there's my page for SoundCloud for all my tracks. I'm thinking about doing a gaming video. So if you guys have not seen my gaming channel, that's always linked in the description box below. Shameless plugging, you guys, right? Okay. I want you guys to see my different, you know, my different stuff if you guys are interested. Usually what I do for my gaming videos, I like to keep them really silly. So they're asinine most of the time. They're goofy. It's usually me doing skits, stuff like that. So it's silly. I think you guys would get a kick out of it. So here, let me link it if you guys are into gaming videos. I play a lot of GTA 5. I'm surprised people like my videos just because they're so goofy. But I finally got a damn PS4, so that means that I have the new DLC. I have the casino. They have a casino now in GTA 5. So and I'm really gonna like try and bust out in the role play servers. I haven't done it yet because I've been nervous, but I'll try and do some of those too. But if you guys would like to add me on PSN, add me at Mistress Lotus 888. I'll put it down here. And if you guys want to play with me or whatever, come play. But anyway, thank you very much, Nerole. I'm glad that you like it. I think, I guess Ashley left. Okay, well, that's okay. Keep in mind, you guys, I'm going to go back to doing daily live streams. So, there may be a couple days where I take off, of course, but I'll usually announce it and be like, guys, I'm going to take a break, you know. But I want to go back to daily live streaming. And then these readings that I have coming out for you guys. Stay tuned for those as well. Though I'm going back to doing zodiac signs, as well as doing these live collective readings. So anytime anybody wants a one question reading, or if you just want a traditional reading, keep in mind, guys, my website is always linked below. And I've had people approach me for spell work, such as reversal spells. I never do hexes. I never do love spells. I don't do return X. I don't do anything like that. I specialize in spiritual bath kits, which is also on my site. I specialize in, I will be making some perfume soon. We'll test it out soon. But I will be selling that soon. And yeah, guys, just check out what I have. There's a lot that you could benefit from, especially when it comes to reversal spells or protection spells. But other than that, you guys, I will bid you all adieu. It's been about an hour. Y'all have sat with me through all of this. It's been enjoyable, but I will see you guys on Monday. So come back to this reading if y'all need to, okay? Because I know we just had some church, okay, on Sin Day, girl. But yeah, I'll be back. And until next time, stay blessed, not stressed. Peace and love. Mwah.